issues,
security concerns.
We the people converge
to analyze,
separating facts from fiction,
lies and truth.
We dissect,
we integrate,
we harmonize,
we criticize,
and we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Kapua! Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready? Good morning and welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome once again. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal. Today is a special birthday edition as we celebrate our own boss here at Echo FM 100.7. It's always a pleasure because, you know, our boss, Clan Chief Professor Chimeze Kingsley, KSC, Ebubemba Ikeduru, is the chairman and CEO, the King Group of Companies Limited, and Echo FM 100.7 here in Owerri. We celebrate you and his son, Noah Kingsley, who is also celebrating today. Well, may the good Lord continue to bless you, sir, and keep you up until the day you are as old as Methuselah, where you can no longer serve and your son will take over and be celebrating you and be doing the celebration. Today, the son they spend 1 naira for the celebration. Later, after so many years, the son going to spend, the papa going to sit down there. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family. All right, so everybody celebrate the boss today. Well, without him, we will not be here. You won't be hearing Barry Cosmos here on this frequency, but definitely it's all because of our clan chief, Professor Chimeze Kingsley, the CEO of Echo FM and the King Group of Companies. Everybody celebrate the boss today. Now, let's go over to certain one or two stories that have been really making the rounds. Let's start off with this story about this state police matter. The state police matter is beginning to become something Nigerians are worrying about. Well, the 36 States House of Assembly are yet to receive the copy of the state police draft. Yes, up to now. And we are hearing by September, the president will review this particular one. This is August, 4th day of August. The state assemblies have not heard or seen this particular draft. There is no way the senators or the House of Rep brought it to their constituencies to look at what is involved in the state police and add their own input, but the state police bill has been approved by the National Assembly. We require 24 states of the different houses of assembly in various states out of the 36 states and the FCT. Now, 24 out of that 36 plus FCT, which now is functioning as a state according to the Supreme Court judgment last time. So we have 37, so we need 24. So at the end of the day, if the police, the state police bill has not been transmitted to the state houses of assembly, how on earth will they go through it between now and September to make the president review? So with the president review before it's sent to the State House of Assembly, that we don't know. Well, according to the chairman of the Houses of Assembly, State House of Assembly, speaking in Asaba Delta State, chairman of the conference, Honorable Dennis Guwa, said, contrary to public assumptions, the bill had not yet reached the state legislature. That's what he said. It will be difficult for state assemblies to deliberate on a bill until it is officially transmitted to us. Although both chambers of the National Assembly have passed identical versions. What it means by identical, does it mean there are little discrepancies here and there in that which the Senate passed and that which the House of Rep passed? The bill has not yet been received by the state legislature. He said, okay, with this kind of statement, President Bola Tinubu has transmitted the executive bill to the House on the 14th of July. Between July and September, we are going to be talking about review. That is just 2 months. 14th to September 14th is 2 months. And at the end of the day, you are going to hear that this bill has been passed, something that should affect the entirety of Nigeria, that they should take their time, digest every little detail, and this is one of those problems. We go hurry, mess up the state police. And one of the considerations is that politicians should be using it more as a political tool than a security tool. That's something that should become something Nigerians should be proud of. We should, when we hear it, get very interested. So this is now becoming like a kangaroo charade, and this is what the Houses of Assembly are beginning to sound the warning. We have now received it. Now, another question, somebody was telling me now, even if they receive it, what will they do? Is it not what the executive tell them that they will do? Now, this brings to the question, State House of Assembly, what exactly is your role these days? Because we don't even hear that there's any disagreement between the executive and the judiciary and the legislature. It never happen. Whatever the governors of the state say, that's what happens. Because one, the governors of various states put them there. So they don't even have a say. If you do any other pursue, you come up for there. As simple as that. So that's what people are worried about. Will the state legislature really digest this thing on behalf of the people they represent and then come up with arguments for and against certain clauses in that particular state police, how it will function, how it will be? So these are all issues surrounding the state police matter. Well, until that constitutional process is completed and the necessary implementation legislation is enacted, no state police service exists anywhere in Nigeria. The Nigerian Police Force remains a constitutionally recognized police institution. That is the situation at hand right now. What do you make of that story? Let's move on now to another headline making the rounds. Where hardship economists weigh TINUBU's government reforms amid debate on policy impact. Well, this is another story that is going on and on and on. Well, economists and financial analysts have conferred differing assessment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's economic reform amid an intensifying debate over their impact on Nigeria's economy and the welfare of citizens. Well, Daily Post report that the former Vice President ATIKU Abubakar and the candidate of the ADC has consistently argued that Tinubu's economic policies have worsened the living conditions of Nigerians. ATIKU bases criticism on the rising cost of living and economic hardship facing millions of Nigerians. While the APC, they are saying that ATIKU is using old data to criticize the president. So what is the news data now? That is another thing we are worried about. Well, according to TINUBU's economic policies have produced results only on paper without improving the daily lives of ordinary Nigerians. That's what ATIKU is saying. Do you agree with ATIKU Abubakar? And will he be the same if he gets the nod to be the president? Of course, that's another big-time worry. The TINUBU administration has maintained that reforms such as the removal of fuel subsidy, foreign exchange liberalization, tax reforms, and other fiscal measures have helped revive the Nigerian economy. And the problem is mechanized farming. Is there any boom in education, even in healthcare? Do we have any boom? That is when we say economy. So I don't know what the TINUBU's administration refers as the economy. What exactly is the economy in the eyes of TINUBU's administration? They keep saying the economy has been revived. Is it that when the government makes money, that is the economy? Because from everything we hear, they are making more money, they are paying salaries, they are doing that. Is that what the TINUBU administration consider as economy? It seems to me they don't understand what economy really is. When we say the GDP is growing by 4%, is that the economy? Because that seems to be the only thing to talk about. So at the end of the day, let's look at the standard of living, the gross per capita earnings of the people. Has it increased? Is what they earn commensurate to what they are required? If you have 100,000, is it enough for you to live like a human being? No, in this country. The answer is a big fat no. If you have 1 million, is it even enough to live comfortably in Nigeria? Hell no. Even if you earn 1 million a month, it's still not enough. So how on earth is the economy improving? Now, that's the question we are asking the presidency and those people who keep saying that the fuel subsidy removal is saving money. Where is the money? Yes, more money is being paid to the state. More money is being paid to teachers. They are no longer owing teachers. They are no longer owing pensioners. They are no longer owing federal workers at the end of the day. So these are all what they say. They get the money and they are saving. Now, that's the problem. But when you pay these teachers, how much is that money worth? That's the question. Foreign exchange liberalization. We are paying $1, 1,350, 1,400 per dollar. How good is that? Your dollar is trash. I mean, Naira is trash compared to the dollar. Not to talk of pounds, sterling, and euro. That one is another thing altogether. When you're exchanging one of their currency for almost 2,000, I mean, that's madness. And they keep using it that it is stabilizing the economy, it is revamping the economy. That makes no sense. Maybe in the long run, maybe the Naira will have weight, but with this, you don't have any comparative advantage, you don't have any production going on. We only pay money on that. We're talking about tax reforms. The tax reforms they keep using, how is this tax reform helping anybody? It is generating more money for the government. What is the money being used for? Are we seeing the impact on it? Now, electricity is nowhere. The grid keep collapsing. We have no distributive anything. People are still living in darkness and paying for that darkness. Electricity bill is more and more increasing every day. So what is the tax reform for? You say you are exempting some people, and then you exempt them here and collect here. It's like you say, no pay here, but you go pay here. Because the VAT is increased from 5% to 7.5%. These are all things they say it is. So with all this, it's heaping more pressure on the people. When you heap more pressure on the people, you are increasing poverty. So that's exactly what is happening. And then you keep saying these fiscal measures. What are the fiscal measures? They have all revived economy. How? That is a very big question. So please, we need these people to face reality and stop giving us things that are not there. The government pointed to improvement in gross domestic product. Yes, that is that economy. Increased revenue allocation. I've said it, the better debt service to revenue ratio. While you're borrowing more, how is a better debt service? You're servicing debt because you are keep borrowing, and then you say you're better servicing. Is it debt servicing? Is it something of an achievement? Should we be in debt with all the riches we have? Those are the questions that are there. They are evidence of the reform yielding results. Which results? It's only the government and people in government that are feeling that this is working. The people are not feeling it, and that's the cure ED there. All right, let's move on now to another story. We break it down the way here. That's what we do. Then you can add your voice to the conversation. Everybody sees failure except TINUBU. Ojo backs Onayekan. Okay, that's another still talking about that. And Osun political parties elect factional IPAC executive committee everywhere in Nigerian politics. Factions. Onayekan to presidency. We are done talking. Govern better. Hoo-ha. That is what Onayekan is telling TINUBU. Well, TINUBU deserves praise, not condemnation for reforms. This is coming from Shetima. Well, I don't know. Everybody is talking about praise for TINUBU, but I am still waiting to hear from the president himself to explain how these things have touched Nigerians. If you can tell us that this has touched Nigerians in the nearly 4 years of your administration, then and only then you can now say, okay, this has touched Nigerians positively. Until then, nothing. That's what Nigerians are saying. Ondo APC NAS Ayedatiwa backed aspirant head to court. All right. 2027 pool will be a fight to defend Idiato from intruders. That is coming from Honorable Ugo Chinyere, the House member representing Idiato North and South. Yesterday was his birthday, and happy birthday to you, Honorable Ugo Chinyere. And he's saying that 2027 pool will be fight to defend Idiato from intruders, Ugo Chinyere. Yes, while I was at Akokwa yesterday for this event, there are so many things I had that Idiato have a rotational representative system that one term for each side. Maybe if this side, side A is done today, the next 4 years is it moves to another person. So Honorable Gochingere has already done it one time. Will he be allowed to go for the second time? Well, his people said he has done well. I don't know about you. And these are all questions. So that brings to the question of the rotation. How is rotational politics done in Nigeria? Anyway, that's left for the Idiota Nation to decide. Okay, then we have another thing coming here on the, of course, the Punch newspaper finally before we go to our news break. Labour gives FG August 11 ultimatum over wage award. Now, when we come back from the break, we will talk about this one. But today, we are going to be focusing our attention on this issue of the President, Peter Obi, as well as ATIKU, choosing their DG from ex-governors and other things involved in Nigerian politics. Of course, we also have it on good authority that in ABIA State, we have ABIA LP chieftains set up strategic committees, reaffirm support for OT, and they are going to support Peter Obi in ABIA State. So these are members of the Labour Party. Let's take a quick break and go for the news update at 10. And when we come back, you are free to deposit on any of the headlines that we have read out for you this morning. Welcome aboard, people. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Catch up with the latest news updates on Echo 100.7 FM Owerri.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM. These are the stories we are keeping tabs on. The Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill Monday said the executive bill package will be presented to the President Bola Ahmed TINUBU on September 3rd, 2026. Recall that in July, TINUBU inaugurated a presidential committee to prepare the legal framework for implementing state police across the country. Vice President Kashim Shettima has defended President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, saying the administration deserves commendation rather than condemnation for policies aimed at repositioning the country's economy. The Vice President further assured investors that the federal government remains committed to creating an enabling environment for businesses by working closely with state governments to eliminate obstacles to investment and enterprise. The National Inland Waterways Authority has intensified its marine safety and environmental protection and campaign across waterfront communities in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, as rising water levels during the peak of the rainy season heighten the risk of accidents and pollution. The area manager, Haja Aisha Eri, reaffirmed NIWA's commitment to safeguarding inland waterways and protecting the lives and livelihoods of people who depend on them. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has called for stronger collaboration among electricity sector regulators to ensure uniform consumer protection and regulatory certainty. The call comes at the backdrop of decentralization of electricity and establishment of electricity markets at subnational levels, along with creation of regulatory systems by state governments. And in business, the Nigerian Revenue Service has issued comprehensive guidelines on the taxation of virtual assets, providing a regulatory framework for the taxation of digital assets transactions in line with the Nigerian Tax Act 2025 and the Nigerian Tax Administration Act of 2025. The NRS said the initiative forms part of broader reforms designed to improve certainty in tax administration as digital assets become increasingly integrated into the country's financial system. And in sports, the Football Association is preparing to withdraw its backing for Gianni Infantino's bid for another term as FIFA president following the collapse of his controversial World Cup privatization proposal. The move comes amid growing opposition to Infantino's leadership, with UEFA considering legal action over the abandoned plan, and the Football Association of Wales already announcing that it no longer supports his re-election. And on the foreign scene, Michigan health officials have confirmed the first 2 deaths linked to the ongoing cyclospora outbreak, a parasitic infection spread through contaminated food or water that can cause severe diarrhea. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends washing all products or produce under running water, including those that are labeled as pre-washed. And that is all for the news update at 10, brought to you by our news desk. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM, on X at Echo FM_Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube, it's Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at this hour. Thank you for listening. Welcome back, everybody. It is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. Let's go straight into the conversation of today. But before that, let's get this missing item announcement. Well, one Mr. eBay David, a.k.a. Pastor Driver, reported that a woman he carried on Monday, the 3rd day of August, 2026, from Nkwegu to Mbise Road, forgot her 11 bunches of plantain in his bus. Well, if you are the owner of the plantain, please, you can contact Pastor Driver with this number, 07036442955. I'll take that again, 07036442955. Or you can just come straight to Echo FM, and you can reach Pastor through Echo FM here at number 4 at Joku Street here at in Owerri, very, very close to Tetlow Road by Old Stadium. For those of you who are not aware where Echo FM is, that's our address. So for everybody who is listening, if you know you are the owner of this plantain, before the plantain can come ripe, can spoil, or una go just, if we announce them today, una no come in 2-3 days, Pastor go fry and chop. And well, you can contact Pastor Driver, Mr. David, on 07036442955. Those are the numbers to punch, and then come and claim your 11 bunches of plantain. That's quite a lot, and it costs a lot of money. Let's go back to the program. All right, with barely 2 weeks to the official commencement of presidential campaigns for the 2027 general elections, political parties have intensified behind-the-scenes consultations over the composition of their campaign organizations, with former governors emerging as leading contenders to head the campaign structure of the major presidential candidate. All right, investigation by Punch revealed that while the ruling All Progressives Congress is weighing the credentials of former Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Almakura and Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma to lead the President Bola Tinubu's re-election campaign, the African Democratic Congress, that is the ADC, has settled on former Sokoto Governor Senator Aminu Tambuwal as the leading contender to direct former Vice President ATIKU Abubakar's presidential campaign and the presidential bid. Well, that is from the Labour Party, the New Nigeria People's Party, the Social Democratic Party, and the Nigerian Democratic Congress have also stepped up consultation over their campaign structure, with officials of the party confirming that announcement on their campaign directors general and the campaign council would be made before August 19, and the date fixed for the Independent National Electoral Commission for the commencement of presidential campaigns. Okay, now, what is the beauty of choosing a DG? A Director General is somebody who is supposed to coordinate your campaign. And these people should be seasoned politicians who know what they are doing. Now, with ATIKU settling for Aminu Tambuwal, as reported, and ATIKU is from the north, does it mean that he intends to grab most of the northern votes? That is another strategic move. Well, Governor Hope Uzodinma has been touted to be the front runner of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign. Now, Governor Hope Uzodinma is a serving governor. If and when the campaign starts properly, what time will he have for him to do governance in Imo State, and what time will he have to do the campaign for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because the campaign, there's no rest. He's just going to be away from Imo State almost the entirety of the campaign till the election. During and after the election, litigations and all that. So, because in the Nigerian election, you need to finish until court go decide. So, with this now, I'm more worried for Governor Hope Uzodinma if he is given the nod as the the campaign DG for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What happens to Imo State? And that is one aspect of our conversation. I want you to add your voice. Is it wise for the governor, who is a serving governor, to be the DG of a campaign? What will happen to the state governance? Is he going to denigrate most of it or relegate most of his duties to the deputy governor? And in Imo State, we've been hearing that if the governor is not here, nobody signs anything. You cannot do anything until the governor minutes and the signs and does all these things. So when he's not going to be available, what happens to governance in Imo State? That is one question a lot of people have been asking. This morning, I'm throwing it back to you. What do you make of this if Governor Hope Uzodinma is chosen as the campaign DG for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from now till the January, February of 2027? So that's a very tricky one for His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodinma. What is your take on that one? Also, who will Peter Obi choose? Now, Peter Obi is in the NDC. Yes, he still has one or two cases in court to answer, but definitely he is a contender because INEC has not ruled him out, neither has any court ruled him out. So with this now, who will Peter Obi choose? They are looking for an ex-governor. Names have not started flying yet from that angle, at least not to my knowledge, but definitely if he chooses somebody from the north, does it mean he knows that he has already locked down the south? Because in the last election, Peter Obi locked down the entire southeast and the entire south-south because he won in almost every state in the south-south except Rivers State, of course, which was allegedly stolen from him during the Wike's era. So with that said, the composition, if he didn't do too well in the north at all, according to reports, they said his total vote in the core north, not in the middle belt, I'm talking about northwest and the northeast, it's about 3,000 votes. And then now he has a presidential candidate with a pedigree of controlling the northern politics in Kano State in the northwest. Does it mean if he gets a DG to rival ATIKU's DG, Aminu Tambuwal, in the north, maybe from the northeast, will that help him generate more votes in the north? That is another question, and that's another permutation everybody's looking. So where will Peter Obi pitch his tent? Let's get your own permutations on that. Where do you think you prefer him to choose his DG? Is it from the northeast, from the northwest, from the southwest, or from the east or south? So the choosing of a DG is a very strategic one, and this is very, very important for politicians. Let's get to your take on this particular beautiful topic. Good morning. Who dem a line?
Yeah, good morning, Bowen.
Yeah, Big Mommy. Welcome aboard, Dr. Mrs. Amau Labora.
Thank you. Can I react to economic reform?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
All right. Economic reform should connote economic improvement in the system or lives of the people. It ought to be a human-first package to better the loss of the living. Where it translates to starving, impoverishing, and traumatizing them, that reform is for the dead, not for the living. Who then will reform this land? Only reform-minded and reform-involved persons can reform a Nigeria, which majority of its citizens are yearning for. A situation where a few politicians, a cabal, and a club of oppressors suppress and diminish the good majority into submission, voicelessness, and abject poverty must no longer obtain in this country. We need permanent entrenchment of democracy that will be in the interest of all. Our collective intelligence will no longer be abused. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Big Mommy. All right, good morning. Yeah, who did that? Flashing me is highly prohibited. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, good morning. Who did that?
Very good morning.
Good morning to you.
Deacon Chima say watching him.
All right, Deacon, go ahead.
From our memo.
All right.
Yes, even if they are choosing our governor, Hope Uzodinma, for TINUBU, they will fail.
Okay.
And when you look at the whole situation,
okay,
the situation is so chaotic. We are in a state of sorry situation, in a dungeon, under the leadership of this President APC.
Okay.
Millions are dying of hunger. So many families, millions and thousands of families cannot afford one square balance meal a day. And they are talking of coming back. Even if you choose anybody, whether the person is a Maradona, a Riga, believe in orography, they will fail. I thank God that God is on the throne. P2B, wherever he should forget the north, let him choose his DG from the west. Because north already is for P2B. They have made their plans. One patrol is not a small person. And then for APC, they're not in the contest. I am telling you this. Even if they want to rig, you will see revolution, Barry. Nigeria will 2027 will never be 2023.
Are you
It's going to
sure?
be
Are you
between
sure?
Nigerians and the APC. Not even bring anybody, even if the person is a checkered idiot, he will win APC. I'm telling you, provided we want to fight it at this time and institutionalize what is called pure democracy. We are running meritocracy in Nigeria under the leadership of TINUBU, and it will not continue. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you very, very much for your contribution. Okay. That was Deacon. All right. There are so much to discuss. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir. Okay.
Well, I understand that facts are sacred. Governments are free.
Okay.
The fact is that both the federal government and the state government are heavily indebted. They are deceiving people by saying they are having more money.
Okay.
The pensioners in federal government are one of those that are owed. So it's not to listen. One man living near me here who was old, and he was right to them. They won't treat the matter. They pretend you have not written them, even when you go by this thing. So that the whole thing is just a fraud. We are living in a fraud in the country. Then for Imo State, the Imo State one is even, I don't have to describe it, because Imo government is disobeying the Nigerian constitution. The section 210 of the constitution talks about 5 years harmonization of pensions.
Okay.
Imo State pensioners have not been harmonized since 2003. Can you imagine that? And they are the people that are being paid, most of them are being underpaid. Then there are a great number that are not being paid. Sometime in April,
Okay.
over 5,000 people invaded Azomta Cathedral to submit their complaints that they are being owed. So let them start deceiving us. And the issue is that if the government is getting more money, why are our rural roads not tired?
Okay.
Why is water not being supplied in a way? Why is the government doubling into sanitation, which is by the constitution local government? Why are the local government not getting their money? And why are people now being asked by their extension of their friend they give electricity to pay electric bills on a stated bill? How can you imagine that type of thing? And how can somebody in his right senses be looking for labor savings employment? When you get prepared beta, are you not simply talking about the sleeping bill readers, the distributors and business? We are in a confusion. The theory is wrong, and if it is wrong, you cannot get good results. So to tell us they are reforming, what are they reforming? The country is dying. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade F.I. Agba. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
This is Ahuja calling from Nekede.
Ahuja, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to actually thank the ABIA people for trying to return Uti by forming a listing that will campaign for him.
Okay.
Then, and all their support at the presidential level to P2B.
Okay.
This is a welcome development. I've written sources in that direction.
Okay.
Then, on the other people choosing governors, ex-governors or that campaign managers or head, well, what they are doing is they know how those people can win the election. Then they are going from those who have already landed the job very well. so that they perfect do it as they did their own. Like if a criminal meets criminal, so they become so tight. So they know that the 2027 election will not be business as usual in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And they need experts. Like somebody said that APC is not even in the content of the listing. Yes, I cannot say that they are not in the content, but they are not in the list of first and seconds in the results. Bet me, we are going to return this country to the owners, not foreigners again, not hijackers. So take it from me and see what will happen. APC will pack their bags and baggages and leave the office. Thank you.
All right, thank you very, very much. And of course, let's take another caller. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Sabari.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Kachison Ekuha.
Okay.
I am calling from my community of, the West Local Government.
Okay.
Yeah. As regards to campaign DG of anybody, you know that before any candidate chooses his DG, you must have known the capacity of such person. Now, we have seen that of ATIKU, which is Tambowa. And you recall that it was the same Tambowa that made Wike into that presidential primary in 2023, because that minute Tambowa stepped down for ATIKU.
Okay.
And gave him his vote, which made ATIKU emerge. So, Tambowa is equally a force in the north. We have seen it. Now, we have seen, just like you are saying, our Imo governor, Hopus Ademba, I don't know if it's confirmed now, although I know he's the renewed Hope ambassador, but I don't know if that is equally the DG. But however,
it's not been selected.
Our governor
it's part of the running. He has not been selected yet.
Okay, so I know what I'm saying now. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So, okay, let's assume, just like we said, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume allegedly Governor Hopus Ademba is his DG. That's equally a good one, because our governor has a capacity, especially as it concerns election in Nigeria. You know that he's equally the campaign DG for Shu State. And he has equally delivered so many other states. So if the president chooses him as his DG, it's equally a plus for us. Recall that in 2015-2019, Buhari had appointed Rotimi Amechi as his DG. And in the end, he rewarded him with the Minister of Transport, a very juicy ministerial position. So if he gives it to our governor, and allegedly too, our governor is eyeing the Senate president. So you never can tell what will be his reward afterwards. So now, it's on P2B's end, it's now left for him to choose someone who will equally match these two gladiators. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So it's left for him to salary Miri to choose who will match these people. Because somebody's DG is equally plays a lot of role to that person's emergence.
Yeah.
In the end, I wish all of them well. It's a contest. Let the how will I put it? Let the best emerge. That is my take. My name is Curtis Inekwa from our.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I greet you.
I greet you. My name is Ananka Ifan, calling from MCC.
Okay.
Yeah, very. I congratulate your boss and Dr. Stewart
Thank
for the
you.
good work they are doing in Imo State.
Thank
and
you.
You yourself, the anchor, are doing a very wonderful, very professionalism.
Thank you.
But Nigeria is going to write home about. You know the highest fraud that is going on now. I know it looks as if I'm digressing.
Okay.
You know that later people are now charging us for small bills.
It's not new.
You know what is going on in Imo State?
Yeah. That has been going on for a while.
They will tell that you pay small bill. After collecting the main bill, they now say small bill. So I don't know what the government, I don't know where the economy is improving. I don't know, it's just on paper. We are not feeling the impact. We, the masses, everything is still on the high side. Fuel is up and down. If the thing increase, they will increase 100 naira once. But if it is reduced, they will be commenting for 5 naira, 5 naira, 10 naira. And there is no regulation. So what are we saying? The government is just deceiving themselves. I wish that our vote will count. I want to put it to you that before 12 noon, TINUBU will be congratulating P2B. So congratulations for winning me. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right, let's take some messages now. Say good morning, Barry, and happy new month. My name still remains Felix Inwas as a still texting from my humble community, Umwahimberi. Many thanks to the Catholic priest for looking at Mr. President at his face and telling him the bitter truths that all his economic reforms are sinking Nigeria into more excruciating pains and into more poverty. And again, TINUBU should stay clear of Osun State governorship election and let the people choose who will govern them. And again, the deaths of ABIA should not be swept under the carpet. Let's speak out and seek justice for her. Finally, Mr. President should do well and tell Nigerians where and when he attended his primary school and his certificates. Any short thing of that means that he is not qualified to contest come 2027 election. And lastly, let me say congratulations and happy birthday to the boss of ATIKU FM, Ebubemba Ikeduru. Thanks, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. This other one says, good morning, Sabari. I agree with ATIKU's comment on the state of Nigeria's economy. My issue, however, is with our politicians in general. They always seem to have the right words when they are in opposition, but once they get into power, they become silent about the same issues they once condemned. To be honest, this is the first time I've actually heard Vice President Shetima speak. Sometimes it even feels like we don't have a vice president in this country. Are you serious? As for his comments, I wasn't expecting anything different. It's only natural that he would defend and commend President TINUBU's administration. Kubana Hub, texting from Futo. And this one says, good morning, Chief Barry, Daddy Joe from Ogbako. ATIKU is completely right with his comment, but we do the same if elected as president. The truth of the matter is that Nigeria's poor masses are tired of the APC failed mandate administration. When are we going to witness little governance in Nigeria? Since yesterday, we have not seen light in Ogbako. Soon, they will start distributing bills for us to pay. All right, thank you very much, Daddy Joe from Ogbako. And this other one says, good morning, Barry, the Radio Mashal, the one, I'm Prince Chi Edozie Onwumere. The truth is that TINUBU is wasting Nigeria's time like Buhari wasted Nigeria's 8 years in vain. TINUBU knows that he has failed woefully in all ramifications. That is why he is now living with lies and propaganda. But even power that he promised he couldn't give it to Nigerians. The truth is that these are a group of people that conspired and hijacked power illegally, doing divide and rule, because this is not democracy at all. Barry, APC government have destroyed Nigeria's democracy. As a matter of fact, everything turns to be child's play. TINUBU is not even qualified in the first place. Barry, I see everything as a joke. Nigeria's so-called democracy is funny. He has been chosen, Hope Uzodinma, right? No, he has not. But if it is a very sensitive position now, TINUBU will never give it to an Igbo man. In fact, Igbos should be wise and stop accepting things, disuse and dumb politics. Barry, TINUBU is reforming nothing. He is deceiving himself. Their hope is rigging and nothing more. Barry, I rest my case. I'm Prince Chi Edozie Onwumere. Well, right, that's the gospel according to Prince. And this other one says, Barry, good morning. My name is Elder Friday. Igbos should know Obi is a man of his word. Even 2 years with Obi can change this country for good. Okay. And this other one says again, Barry Cosmas, the Bishop of ATIKU FM Ministry. Happy New Week and gracious morning. Very sad that we began this week with this unpalatable news of the presidency casting aspersions on a well-thought-out view of a respected cardinal. It is not only unfortunate, but a senility. There is a wise saying that a dead fly follows a corpse to the grave. Okay? And he also says, firstly, happy super duper birthday anniversary. Greetings to your boss and Prince Dr. Joel. I wish them well in their ages. Campaign lead has never been a factor in determining who wins election, all right? So it's inconsequential where the person comes from. Governor Hope has been a bubu yaya person, bubu yaya, has never stayed to do governance as far as I'm concerned, so it doesn't add any value to APC campaign strategy. You know he is contending for Senate, so I don't know how he intends to run it. Let me tell you one thing, if not for the kind of INEC we have, how can APC make impact in this country? They are so impoverished. Only a fool lives upon his own misunderstanding. Elder Chijoke. Thank you very much. Okay, this other one says, good morning, Barry Cosmos, the Okenzo on radio. My name is Cliff David Nnamdi Ogbokporo from Umonjo Irete. Don't sweep Abila's death under the carpet. Falana warns. Bola Tinubu's administration is a government of a particular concern. As long as the culprit is an APC member, his sins will be forgiven. No justice in this regime. Let's get our PVC and ensure we vote this nonsense regime out completely. Have a great day today. The one on radio. Thank you, Cliff David. You are the one that said it. I am not the one that said it. All right, this other one says, Barry, my beloved friend, Happy New Day. I can feel your celebration mode. There is no positive improvement on Nigeria economy from the time APC came on board. Rather, we are going down the drain. So where is the governance? There are two sets of people who will vote for APC, the rogues and the fake people in government. Two, the bunch of fools and bandits. The people's elder have spoken. All right. Okay, today, the way you write an algorithm, no filtration. Good morning, Sir Cosmos. How are you doing, Sir Cosmos? Hope you are doing well. Yes, I'm good. It's another day of straight talk, and I don't bend corners or at all. No bending corners. Let's not beat around the bush. President Tinubu have equally choose people that can rig. No time to beat around the bush. But if he likes, let him choose the world best rigger. That Aso Rock is not for him. I'm Chi Boy, texting from OG. Happy birthday to your boss, Sir Cosmos. I wish him the best on earth, long life and prosperity. Thank you very, very much. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome aboard.
This is Chigozie from Oman.
Okay. Chigozie.
Yes, what I want to say this morning is that this vote, people are telling us to go and get our PVC, get our voter's card. And after all those things, we will not see any good thing in this country called Nigeria. If I ask you, do you know the time they start counting the votes? Even before Jonathan's regime, when they wrote Jonathan's votes, nobody said about it. So this time, nobody is counting votes. Now, they're appointing somebody that's going to be there. So as TINUBU is there now, like who are asking TINUBU, where did he went to school? Where's his certificate? TINUBU was the governor of Lagos State before. Nigeria did not ask where he gets his result. TINUBU is not a president. This is the fourth year now. Next year, he will rule for another tenure. Then people are lamenting now that TINUBU did not have any certificate. People that are saying that in that are seen there as people who doesn't know, who doesn't get any job. Let them forget about what TINUBU is doing, whether he gets certificate or not certificate. Let him be there as the president that finishes his own tenure. Because he said that this time is his own turn. So let him finish his turn. And after he will enter back and forth for his own turn. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Good morning.
Senior Comrade Linus Duru, Umezano Gwara, Ehimemba no, Imo State, Nigeria. This is my name and my address. Very good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. President Tinubu versus Bishops of Nigeria saga. You see, I want to say something in this very scenario. When a clergyman visits any, according to the scripture, visit any place, what he will say, what Christ told them to say, his apostles to say, when they visit any place, is peace be upon you. Say peace be upon you. And as long as clergymen visit Aso Rock, They did not pray. No media have told me that they prayed first to the president to survive or to do well. The only gift the clergyman has for anybody is prayer. But I didn't see anything that looks at prayer.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yes.
What do you mean the only thing the clergymen have to do is prayer?
Yes, if a clergyman meets with you, the only thing that can make him a clergy before you is prayer.
No. Please, that is a very, very wrong conception. You don't come to a meeting. You don't come to a meeting with the president and go there to start saying, "Let us pray." We pray before we start meeting. That's not done. You have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all those things. See, let's not misconstrue religion and the meeting.
Don't push me to another place where I don't belong. Excuse me, sir. What I'm going to tell you is, when people of God stay together, the Bible said you cannot misquote the Bible, no matter your intelligence.
What kind of prayer are you looking at? Do you pray at once for people to see? No. Let's see. There are so many times we misconstrue a lot of things. What is that? Wait, excuse me. As a priest or as a bishop, you go into Governor Hope Uzodima's office and he receives you, and you say, "Okay, more pray first before we talk." Is that what you're saying? Come on, okay, forget this thing where they talk. It doesn't make any sense at all. Forget that thing, I bet.
It doesn't wait for airtime. Don't let's worry about that. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What I want to say again is, finally, if you have argued the other one I said, what I want to say finally is this. If somebody said TINUBU is doing bad, I don't know how somebody who passed through governorship, passed through every hurdle, and become a president, will determine to hurt his people. It's not done. But what I mean now is, the people who are hurting these people are his lieutenants. His governors. Their lieutenants are playing like as if what they are having to do is a social club. They don't want anybody to come in.
So
they don't want anybody to penetrate.
Okay, so what you're saying is that TINUBU is not doing the people bad. It's his lieutenant that are doing the people bad.
That is exactly what I mean.
So how can the lieutenant do people bad and the commander stays there and let them to do people bad, and he's not doing people bad?
The commander doesn't go directly to the people. It's his lieutenant.
Says who?
Yes, it's his lieutenant that goes directly to people.
So is that not the first wrong thing he does if he doesn't go directly to his people as a leader?
No. He has people who will set. How can governors be everywhere? He will set people. Even you who is there now.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You are trying to move his what if it does something wrong, it is lieutenant. If it does something right, it is him that does it, right?
No, he has ambition of doing good, but his lieutenant, his drivers of his reformation, the drivers of his reforms, will put it wrong before people. That's what I'm saying.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. This is so funny. I have never heard of this version. This is the first narration, a different twist from what we do, that if me as here, if I am the boss in my office and I have workers and the workers do something wrong, it's not me. That's what you're saying. So because if the workers go and do something wrong, I should sit down there and watch them, and they do their things, and they come back and tell me they did something good, and I sit down and do the which kind person? Are you blind, or you're just completely incompetent to know you don't have control over your own people that work for you? Holy crap. Anyway, that's your own opinion. Good morning.
Good morning, my very good friend, Mr. Barry. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you very, very much. Go ahead.
All right. Mr. Barry, on the issue at hand, I am only afraid and scared of our so-called illiterate professors we have in this country that our father said I call Nigeria for now.
Okay.
Why did I call them illiterate professors? Somebody that will see somebody that has no certificate. You know, there is no background of his academic qualification, and you will hear him. Some of them are 419ers in the name of the affairs of this country that has nothing to offer this country. Then they push them because of money to control you. Somebody that you attended a nursery primary secondary university, you get your first degree, you get your master's degree before going to PhD and become a professor. Then at the end of the day, because of money, you push somebody that cannot lead you, somebody that is blind into the hem of affairs. Look at how the country is now. And now we are claiming they are appointing governors and all the rest. And all the same, they are just like the same people. If you can go to Proverbs 24, verse 1, Mr. Barry, go there and read the Bible. You know that these people, they have nothing to offer you. And somebody that says that bishops should go and pray for president. Let me tell us, Bible says pray for our leaders. Bible did not give us any prayer points for our leaders. Just like the Bible says pray for your nation. Any leader that don't want you to survive, will you pray for him to survive, for you to die, for him to survive? My brother, no way. You know the prayer points you can pray for your leader that don't want you to survive. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very, very much. In fact, that one hits me because the bishops, they have mass, they celebrate masses every blessed day of their life. That's the best place to pray for the leaders. You have a meeting, you have an agenda you want to go and discuss. When you go there, you now go and do, Father in heaven, this. You start praying for something before you start telling the person, is that what you want? No, come on, let's not. There are certain things when you hear, you begin to wrap your sense. Why is somebody saying these things? Is it just you want to talk, or you just feel that is the only duty the bishops have? Come on. Hey, if the bishop cannot look at you and tell you the truth, what on earth are they doing there? That's completely wrong. Well, let's take some messages on Facebook. Ahunwa John Easy says he's from Ifa Kalambitolu LGA. Says, good morning, Barry. I want to seize this opportunity to wish Ebubemba Ikeduru a happy birthday. Barrio, for me, I would want Mr. Peter Obi to choose his campaign DG from the East, since Kwankwashia movement is already in North. Only if the Rigas would allow us, it's only God that can save us. Thanks, Barry, and have a nice day ahead. DJ Easy. The Julie Nasike, that is a lady Julie Nasike, sent in another message, says, my eloquent and majestic Barry Kossi, it is quite regrettable that since after the visit of the Catholic bishops to TINUBU, the Catholic Church has been under bandit attack. Last Sunday, Catholic Church in Enugu State was attacked. The seminarian, the catechist, and some parishioners were kidnapped. In Kogi State, a Catholic priest was slaughtered. This is heartbreaking, unholy, and ungodly. The president is now telling us that we don't need primary and secondary school certificates before we get a job. In other words, primary and secondary school educations are no more necessary. Now, wow! Now, so she put them. Amazing lady Julina CK, thank you very much for your message. All right, we have just 5 more minutes to wrap it up, so let's get more calls. Good morning.
Hey, Barry, good morning.
I greet you. Is that Chief Ben?
I'm Mike on Native Lobby.
Okay. Okay, Mike, sorry, go ahead.
Happy birthday to your director.
Yes,
I
sir.
wish him more years ahead.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
The only thing is that go and get your PVC. If you want TINUBU to go out from that place, make sure you get your PVC. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, Mike, so the only reason you are getting your PVC is to vote TINUBU out. Very funny. No, that shouldn't be the reason. The reason is for you to exercise your franchise, vote for the right candidates. Hey, leadership doesn't end on the with the presidency. Whether you vote TINUBU out, if you don't have a good governor, if you don't have a very good local government, it will not work. TINUBU is one leader, but we have 36 governors. We have 109 senators. We have, over 300 going to House of Rep members. We have state houses of assembly. We have DGs. We have Director General of this. This is where it happens. The only problem is that TINUBU appoints most of these people as a president. Well, who will appoint the right people? If you're going to appoint these same politicians who are rubbishing every inch of our leadership structure from very unscrupulous set of human beings, then what will you get? Nothing. It is not just about president. Most of us think that economy is bad, Nigeria is bad because of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Hell no. I'm telling you today, Nalai. There are worse human beings that are even worse. Maybe Tinubu may be a saint compared to them. So you people should not heap all the blame on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have terrible senators, very, very nonsense set of people who are going to be there. I'm not calling the Senate nonsense, please. I'm only saying there are some of them that have nothing on earth to show. Nothing. They just go there, sit, collect salary, collect constituency, and they do nothing. On another, see them. Every time, Tinubu. Let's look at that. I'm not calling the Senate or anybody in particular. What I'm saying is that if we have people who are doing their jobs very well, Nigeria will not be where we are. Because one, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing something wrong, it is the job of the National Assembly to say no. Do they do it? And if that one will succeed, you now reach court where they should correct the anomalies of both the executive and the legislature. Now, there than the whole Dabado, they'll just turn everything upside down. When they see them, when they call Tinubu, at the end of the day, not only Tinubu did this government, leave him alone. What we are looking at is this same from judges to lawyers. We'll go see Korokoro, anyway, lawyer, their job they do. Whether you sin, they know sin, a lawyer will defend you, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, you know fully whether this is wrong and you endorse it. You know, they blame president. So at the end of the day, you should know where your problem is coming from. Local government chairman, even pastors. We go see Koro, person go steal money from government, carry and come church, and I go pray for them, make the thing come back more from wherever it's coming from. You know, say that thief ain't go steal that money. You pray for them, where the money comes, God should replenish his pocket from that same source. When are your money in the thief? So this evil is not just about presidential seats. No. Governors, senators, reps, both federal and state. Everybody, director general of whatever, MDAs, ministers, all of them join. If the minister of work is supposed to do a road with maybe 1 billion, India with 20 billion, how do they concern Tinubu? It is people where they give budget for fake agency. Now, Tinubu do them, even know what they do. CBN governor go there increase what do they call it, interest rate to 28%. At the end of the day, they say they do economic fiscal policy. With all this, Unatis now only Tinubu, our problem, Boku. So you need to step in. These are the wrong set of people. Kakistocracy on full display in Nigeria. Well, the buck stopped on the president's desk, but it's not just about the only one. Police were supposed to be people who are going to protect us from these people. If you thief, the policeman is supposed to catch you. Now, the policeman, they protect the people with the thief. He can even protect you from even holding the person with the thief. So why not they blame Tinubu? So please, anyway, let's call it a wrap today at this very beautiful moment. It's time for us to host our guest this beautiful morning. I have another wonderful message. This one where you carry entourage come today. Are we safe? All right, thank you for morning, because it's time for us to host one of our guests, our regular here this month. Suppose don't give a come. SM, fine ID card, give Dr. Figo is now working with Echo FM. Oh,